Listen, success isn't about grand gestures. It's about the small decisions you make every single day. Maybe it's reading that extra chapter. Maybe it's making that difficult phone call. Maybe it's pushing through when you're tired. These daily choices shape your destiny. This isn't a pep talk. It's a wake-up call. You didn't come here for comfort. You came here because something in you knows it's time. So let me say this up front. This isn't going to feel good. This isn't a warm pat on the back. This is a shove, a hard push out of your comfort zone. Because too many people sleepwalk through life, hoping change will knock on their door. It won't. Nothing changes until you change. This is your alarm clock, not the kind you hit snooze on, the kind that rattles your bones and makes you move. So hear this loud and clear. It's time to wake up. What if the real problem is you? Let me ask you something. What if the only thing standing between you and everything you want is you? Not the economy, not your past, not the people who didn't believe in you. Just you, your habits, your choices, your comfort zone. That's a hard pill to swallow, isn't it? But if you're always pointing fingers, you'll never grow. Growth starts the moment you say, I'm the problem, but I'm also the solution. That's not defeat, that's power. Because when it's your fault, it can also be your fix. And that means you're not stuck. You're just one honest decision away from changing everything. Truth isn't gentle, it's a mirror that cuts. Truth doesn't whisper, it cuts deep. Like a mirror that doesn't flatter you. It exposes you. It shows you the time you've wasted, the effort you didn't give, the lies you've told yourself to stay comfortable. It doesn't care about your feelings. It cares about your future. And sometimes the only way to rebuild is to tear down the walls of denial. Yes, it hurts, but pain is the start of progress. You can't change what you won't confront. And the truth is the blade that breaks illusions and frees you from pretending. Let it cut. Let it show you who you are. Then decide who you're going to become. 10 punches of truth, and every one can set you free. You're about to get hit with 10 hard truths, not to break you, but to wake you. Each one is a punch, yes, but they're also keys. They'll unlock doors you've kept shut for too long. They'll rip away the comfort you've been hiding behind. Because freedom doesn't come from lies. It comes from facing what you've avoided. This is the price of real change. Honesty. Brutal, raw honesty. But every truth you face becomes a chain you break. Every lie you drop. Coming. And if you let them, they won't knock you down. They'll set you free. Stop waiting. Rescue isn't on the way. Here's the truth. No one wants to hear. No one is coming to save you. Not a mentor, not a miracle, not a moment of luck. You've been sitting, hoping, wishing, waiting for something to change. But the cavalry isn't on its way. And the longer you stay in that fantasy, the more time you waste. This world rewards those who move, who act, who stop hoping for rescue and start building their own way out. Every second spent waiting is a second slipping away. This isn't a movie. There's no music playing in the background, and no hero running to pull you from the fire. It's just you, the flames, and a decision: stand up or burn. Choose. The longer you wait, the deeper you sink. Waiting doesn't protect you, it buries you. Slowly, quietly. You think you're buying time, but time is buying you regret. Every day you delay, your confidence erodes, your belief weakens, and the hole gets deeper. And it happens so slowly you don't even notice, until one day you can't see daylight anymore. Waiting feels safe because it asks nothing of you, but what it really does is take everything. It robs your energy, your chances, your time. Inaction isn't pause, it's decay. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready, it keeps moving, and the more you stand still, the further behind you fall. So stop sinking, start climbing. No one's coming. No one's coming. No one's coming. Say it again. Say it until it breaks the lie you've been living in. No one's coming. No one's coming. Not to push you. Not to wake you up. Not to fix the mess you're in. That's your job. And the longer you believe help is on the way, the longer you stay trapped. You want things to change. You've got to move. You've got to fight. You've got to get uncomfortable. Because every second you wait for someone else to make it better, you hand over your power, and nothing changes until you take it back. So hear it again. No one's coming, but that's not the end. That's your beginning. Be the hero you keep hoping for. You been waiting for someone strong, someone brave, someone who doesn't quit. Look in the mirror. That's the one you've been waiting for. You keep hoping a hero will show up, someone who'll fight for your dreams, drag you out of bed, push you through the pain. But the truth is, that person doesn't exist unless you become them. You have the strength, you have the fire, you just haven't been forced to use it until now. This is the moment you stop hoping and start rising. You don't need saving, you need to step up. You are the rescue mission. Be the hero you've been waiting for. You don't need more time, you need less noise. Everyone says it, I just don't have enough time. But that's not the truth. You have time. What you don't have is control. Your hours are being stolen, not by the clock, but by the clutter. Notifications, distractions, pointless scrolling, endless talking, empty habits. Time isn't hiding from you. You're drowning it in noise. You think you need another hour in the day, but what you really need is to clear the static and focus. Because time isn't the enemy, distraction is. The people who win aren't the ones with more hours. They're the ones who protect the hours they already have. Shut the noise down, or it will shut your progress down. You scroll, you delay, you lie to yourself. You say you're tired, you say you're recharging. But let's tell the truth, you're stalling. You open your phone, just for a minute, and that minute becomes half an hour of nothing. You convince yourself you're thinking, when you're really just hiding. You're not resting, you're running. You're not planning, you're postponing. And every scroll, every click, every fake break is one more lie you tell yourself. Because it feels easier than doing it, but ease doesn't build anything. So stop pretending, stop dressing up delay as strategy. If you were honest with yourself, you'd realize you're not out of energy, you're out of focus. One focused hour can beat 10 wasted. One's 10 hours of scattered effort won't match 1 hour of locked-in focus. You can sit at your desk all day and still get nothing done, if your mind is everywhere but here. But give me 1 solid hour, no distractions, no pretending, no noise, and you'll do more than most people do in a week. That's the truth. Power doesn't live in how long you sit, it lives in how deep you dive. Fully present, fully locked in. That's enough to move mountains. So stop chasing time and start sharpening your focus. Track everything. Audit the excuses. Count the cost. Here's your challenge. Track your day, every minute. Write it down. Where did your time go? How much did you actually work? How much did you waste? And then ask yourself, what did it cost? That dream you say you want, that goal you say matters, how many hours did you give it today? Most people avoid this because it's painful. It shows you the truth. It makes you face the fact that you're not as busy as you claim. You're just distracted. So audit it. Every excuse, every detour, every wasted second, count it. Because if you don't measure the cost now, you'll feel it later when the dream dies quietly in the background. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to move. You've been waiting to feel ready, to feel inspired, to feel confident enough to start. But let's be clear, readiness is a myth. The people who win don't wait for perfect moments. They move through imperfect ones. They don't rely on a spark. They build the fire. Action doesn't come from motivation. It comes from mission. If you wait to feel like it, you'll wait forever. You don't need more confidence. You need courage. You don't need more time. You need to start. The first step is always the hardest, but it's the only step that matters. Feelings are slow. Action is fast. Move first, motivation will catch up. Since when did discipline ask your feelings for permission? Since when did discipline become a question? Since when did we start acting like it needs our permission or approval? I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like it today. So what? Discipline doesn't care. It doesn't ask if you're tired. It doesn't ask if your energy is low or if you're feeling off. It shows up anyway. That's the point. We've turned something that should be solid into something optional, like it's negotiable. It's not. Discipline is the muscle that doesn't flinch.
You train it by doing what needs to be done, even when everything in you wants to quit. That's how real strength is built. Your feelings are weather. Your work is architecture. Feelings change like the weather. One day it's sunshine. The next it's rain. Some mornings you feel strong. Others you feel like you've got nothing left. That's normal. But here's the key. Your work isn't the weather. It's the building. It's the steel, the brick, the foundation. You don't build a house based on the forecast. You build it to stand through every storm. That's how your dreams should be built. Not on emotion, but on structure. Not on moods, but on mission. Let the rain fall. Let the winds howl. Your job isn't to wait for better weather. Your job is to build anyway. Don't wait for calm. Build anyway. If you're waiting for peace and quiet before you start, you'll never begin. Life doesn't hand out perfect days. There will always be chaos, noise, doubt. But the ones who rise, they build in the middle of it. While others wait for calm, they're laying bricks in the storm. They don't wait for the world to cooperate. They make progress anyway. That's real strength. Not waiting for the perfect conditions, but creating something strong in the middle of the mess. You want a solid life? Build it in the thunder. Build it in the fear. Build it when it's hard, because that's when it matters most. You want respect? Then earn it from yourself. First, you want others to respect you. But here's the truth. You don't even respect yourself right now. You say big things, you make bold promises, and then you break them to yourself. That's where the damage starts. Not out there, but in here. You chase approval, attention, recognition, but none of it matters if, deep down, you know you've been cutting corners. Respect isn't something you demand, it's something you earn. And it starts with the way you treat your own word. When you tell yourself you'll show up, do it. When you set a goal, honor it. Because if you don't trust you, why should anyone else? Discipline is the root. Everything else is just fruit.
You see people who are confident, sharp, steady, and you want that. But what you don't see is the root holding it all up. Discipline. Without that, everything else is fake. A tree without roots can't stand. The fruit you admire, success, focus, peace, that's all built on the daily grind no one claps for. Discipline is the soil, the water, the grind. You don't grow strength from dreams. You grow it from doing the hard stuff over and over, especially when you don't feel like it. Every good thing grows from this one habit, doing what needs to be done, whether you want to or not. No discipline, no respect. No discipline, no power. No discipline, no respect. No discipline, no power. No matter how talented you are, no matter how big your plans are, without discipline it all falls apart, because when things get hard, and they will, your feelings won't carry you, your talent won't carry you, only discipline will. You think it's optional, you think you can fake it, but the truth shows up when no one's watching. Do you do what needs to be done when it's boring, when it's painful, when it's thankless? That's where power is born, not in the spotlight, in the shadows. No discipline, no respect. No discipline, no future. That's the deal. Take it or lose. Be the person who shows up. No matter what, you don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the fastest. But you better be the one who shows up. Every time, rain or shine, tired or not, that's who wins. Not the perfect, but the present. The ones who show up, even when everything in them wants to quit. That's not about motivation. It's about identity. Be the kind of person who doesn't flinch, who doesn't fold, who doesn't disappear when it gets tough. Show up, not when it's easy, when it's hard. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers, the ones who wait from the ones who walk. Keep showing up. Your future is watching. Comfort kills hunger, and hunger builds greatness. Comfort feels good at first, but stay in it too long, and it starts to rot you from the inside. It kills your edge, it numbs your hunger, and without hunger there's no drive, no fight, no fire. You can't grow while staying soft. Greatness doesn't come from cozy routines and padded lives. It comes from pressure, from the stretch, from choosing discomfort when everyone else is choosing ease. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you lose a little of your ambition, a little of your edge. Stay too long in that warm spot, and you forget you ever wanted more. So ask yourself, are you building a life or cushioning your cage? How can you chase dreams when the couch has you in a chokehold? Let's be real. How are you supposed to chase anything when the couch has you hostage? You say you've got dreams, goals, plans, but your body language says otherwise. You're curled up under a blanket, scrolling your life away, telling yourself you'll start soon. Comfort is clever. It doesn't yell at you. It whispers. It tells you to rest a little longer, to start tomorrow. And before you know it, you've wasted a week, then a year. You can't chase greatness if your biggest movement of the day is reaching for the remote. So get up, get loud, get moving, because your comfort zone isn't just soft, it's suffocating you. Suffer now for growth, or suffer forever from regret. There are only two kinds of pain in life: the pain of doing the work now, or the pain of wishing you had. That's it. There's no third option, no smooth path. One hurts today, the other haunts you forever. You either suffer through the sweat, the grind, the discipline, or you suffer through watching your dreams pass you by. Every shortcut you take today becomes a scar you carry later. You can't avoid the pain, but you can choose the kind. So suffer now, push now, bleed now, because that's the only pain that leads somewhere better. The other one, that's the kind that keeps you awake at night, whispering, you could have been more. Get uncomfortable on purpose. Don't just survive discomfort. Hunt it down, chase it, choose it, because growth doesn't live in the calm. It lives in the chaos, the strain, the stretch, the part where it burns, the part where it's hard. You want to grow? Then do what most people run from. Wake up early, push past the point of tired, go into the room where you don't feel ready. That's where the breakthrough happens. Not when you're comfortable, but when you're tested. You weren't made to float, you were made to climb. So make discomfort your training ground. Get uncomfortable, on purpose. That's where the real you gets built. Your actions are louder than every excuse you've ever made. Talk all you want, post the quotes, make the promises. None of it matters if your actions don't back it up, because in the end people don't believe what you say, they believe what you do. Your habits speak louder than your hopes. Your follow-through says more than your big ideas ever will. Every day you show up or don't, you're writing your story, not with your words but with your choices. Excuses fade, results don't. You can say you're disciplined, driven, focused, but if your actions tell a different story, that's the one the world believes. So stop trying to talk your way into respect. Walk your way into it. Let your grind do the talking. You're always setting an example. The question is what kind, whether you see it or not, someone's watching. A younger sibling, a friend, a stranger who's paying attention. You are always setting an example. The only question is what kind. Are you showing what it means to push forward? Or are you showing how to quit quietly? Are you standing for something or folding when it gets hard? Every decision you make ripples out. You're not invisible. You're not neutral. You're leading every single day. So lead on purpose. Show others how it's done. Not with perfect words, but with real actions. Because someone is learning from you. Make sure the lesson is one worth teaching. Would you follow the path you're walking? Stop and ask yourself, if you stepped outside your life and looked at it from a distance, would you follow your own path? Would you trust your habits? Would you be proud to walk behind the version of you showing up today? If the answer is no, then something has to change. You can't lead others if you wouldn't even follow yourself. Your path should reflect who you want to become, not just who you've been. So if you're living below your standard, raise it. If you're walking in circles, reset your direction. Because your life is your message. Make sure it's one you'd actually believe in. Lead yourself like someone worth following. Leadership doesn't start on a stage. It starts in the mirror. Before you can lead anyone else, you've got to lead yourself. And not when it's convenient, when it's hard. Lead yourself through the early mornings, through the setbacks, through the days when nothing goes right. That's where real leadership is forged. It's not about titles, it's about showing up like your actions matter, because they do. Lead yourself with discipline, with grit, with vision. Walk the path like someone worth following, because the world doesn't need more talk. It needs examples. Let yours be the kind that sets the standard.
Excuses are just fear wearing a fancy suit. Excuses sound smart. That's why they work so well. I don't have time. I'm just being realistic. I'm waiting for the right moment. They wear suits, they sound thoughtful, reasonable, mature. But take the jacket off, and underneath it's just fear. Fear of failing, fear of starting, fear of judgment, fear of judgment, fear that maybe you're not enough. So you dress it up, polish it, make it look good, but it's still fear. Still the same voice trying to keep you small. So stop letting it trick you. Stop letting fear walk around pretending to be logic. Call it what it is, and then do what fear hopes you won't move anyway. It's not I can't, it's I'm scared. Let's tell the truth. Most of the time when you say I can't, what you really mean is I'm scared. Scared it won't work. Scared you'll fail. Scared people will see you trying and laugh. So instead you soften it. You say I'm not ready. You say it's not the right time. But that's just fear talking politely. And fear loves polite. It loves quiet excuses that don't make waves. But you can't beat fear by whispering. You beat it by calling it out, saying it out loud. I'm scared, then doing it anyway. Because fear is a wall, but truth is the hammer. You can have excuses. You chase greatness with excuses in your pockets. They weigh too much. Every time you say I'll do it tomorrow, or it's not my fault, you choose comfort over growth, and you can't build anything solid on comfort. Excellence demands everything. It demands honesty, effort, sweat. Excuses let you off the hook. Excellence holds you to the fire. You want to be proud of yourself? Drop the excuses. Want to build something real? Let go of the soft lies. You can have excuses or you can have excellence, but never both. So pick one and live with what it brings. Every excuse is a brick in the cage. You built every excuse you make is a brick. One by one you stack them. I'm too tired. Brick. It's too hard. Brick. Maybe next time. Brick. And before you know it, you've built a cage around your own life. One you lock from the inside. You're not trapped by anyone else. You're trapped by the stories you keep telling yourself. But here's the truth. That cage isn't made of facts. It's made of fear. And fear can be broken. Not with talk, not with hope, but with action. With truth. Start tearing down the walls one choice at a time. Because you built the cage. And that means you can break it. Every day you build. The only question is for who. Every single day you build. With your time. With your energy. With your focus. Brick by brick, hour by hour, you're building something. The only question is whose dream are you building? Yours. Or someone else's. Because if you're not clear, if you're not intentional, your effort gets hijacked. You wake up, go through the motions, and by the end of the day, you've poured your energy into someone else's goal. That's the cost of drifting, of not deciding, of not claiming your purpose. Your work is valuable. Your time is powerful. So don't give it away by default. Build something that's yours, or you'll spend your life building for someone who already is. Build your vision, or be a tool in theirs. This world doesn't sit still. If you don't lead your life, someone else will. And if you're not working on your dream, you're being used to build theirs. That's not drama, that's reality. Every day you delay is a day someone else gains ground while you stay stuck. You can't be neutral. Either you rise, or you serve someone who did. That's how this works. And if that stings, good. Let it. Because it means you're finally hearing it. You weren't born to be a background piece in someone else's blueprint. You've got your own to design. Start building it before they hand you the shovel again. Are you the architect or just the construction crew?
Architects lead. They imagine, they plan, they design. Builders just follow instructions, show up, do the task, clock out. Now ask yourself, who are you? Are you shaping your life with vision and direction? Or are you just swinging the hammer because someone told you to? Too many people go through life on autopilot, working hard, grinding daily, but for what? For whose plan? If you don't draw the blueprint, don't be surprised when you end up in a place you never wanted to be. This is your life, your design. So stop waiting for orders. Pick up the pen, be the architect, or you'll spend your best years building someone else's plan. Your dream or theirs. Your dream or theirs. Say it again. Let it sink in. Your dream or theirs. Your dream or theirs. That's the choice. That's always been the choice. Every day you delay, they gain ground. Every time you choose comfort, you help build what they want, not what you need. You've got something in you, something real, but it means nothing if you don't fight for it. So pick a side, and once you pick, act like it. Speak like it. Work like it. No more drifting, no more pretending. If it's your dream, own it, build it, protect it. Because the only other option is to help them win while you stay behind. You're not drained, you're drowning in distraction. You keep saying you're tired, burnt out, done. But let's be honest, it's not your body that's tired, it's your mind. You're not drained from doing too much. You're drained from doing too little that actually matters. You're trying to think, plan, move, while juggling 100 distractions, notifications, half-finished tasks, scattered goals, too many tabs open, not enough direction. It's not exhaustion, it's overload. And the worst part, most of what's stealing your energy doesn't even deserve your attention. You're not running out of power, you're leaking it. Fix the leaks, clear the fog, because your mind can carry weight, but not if it's constantly chasing noise. You always have energy for what truly matters. I'm just too tired. That's the line you use to cover the truth, because you've had energy for the things you wanted, the things that felt easy, the things that offered a quick reward. You didn't feel tired when the show came on, or when the group chat lit up. You found the energy then. So what changed? The answer is priority. You've been putting yourself last and calling it exhaustion. It's not about energy, it's about importance. Start putting yourself at the top of the list. Start showing up for your own goals like they matter, because they do. And deep down, you know you have more in the tank. Indecision drains you more than action ever could. You think the work is what's wearing you out, but it's not. It's the indecision, the back and forth, the mental tug of war you play with yourself every day. Should I start? Should I wait? What if I fail? What if it's not perfect? That loop burns more energy than any workout. Action fuels you. Commitment sharpens you. But hesitation, it eats you alive. It leaves you tired before you've even begun. The people who move forward aren't the ones with perfect plans. They're the ones who decide, who pick a lane and drive. You want your energy back? Make a decision, and stick to it long enough for it to mean something. Kill the noise. Lock in. Watch your power return. Shut it down. The tabs, the voices, the endless, aimless chatter pulling you in every direction. Kill the noise. You don't need more motivation, you need fewer distractions. You don't need more hacks, you need more focus. That's where your power has been hiding this whole time. Not in another app, not in another routine. In your ability to lock in. One task, one goal, 1 hour at a time. Strip everything that doesn't serve you, then watch what happens. You'll feel sharper, faster, stronger. Not because you became someone new, but because you finally cleared the fog and let your real strength speak. You think you have time, but time isn't thinking about you. You keep acting like you have time, like life is going to wait while you figure things out, like your dreams will still be there when you're finally ready. But here's the truth. Time isn't thinking about you. It's not pausing while you hesitate. It's not slowing down because you're scared. Time doesn't care about your plans, your fears or your excuses. It moves relentlessly, with or without you. And while you stall, it keeps slipping, quietly, steadily, permanently. One day you'll look up, and the chance you thought you had will be gone. Not because you weren't capable, but because you thought you had more time. You didn't. You don't. Move. Every tick is a door closing. Every delay shrinks a dream. Time doesn't just pass. It takes things with it. Every second you wait, a door starts to close. Not with a slam, but with a quiet click. You don't hear it, but it's happening. That dream you keep saying you'll chase soon, it's shrinking. That opportunity you keep pushing off, it's fading. Delay is not neutral, it's corrosive. It wears away at belief, urgency, and even the chance itself. While you're waiting for the perfect moment, time is busy removing options. You think you're playing it safe, but you're actually letting your dreams bleed out, one tick at a time. There are no unlimited retreats, only regret. You've been living like life gives infinite chances, like you can press restart whenever you want.
while you still have the power to do something about it. The clock isn't your friend. It's your final warning. Stop treating time like a partner. It's not walking beside you, it's walking away from you. Every tick isn't comfort, it's a warning, a countdown. The clock doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't pause for your fear. It doesn't wait for your motivation to show up. It just moves. And if you don't move with it, it will leave you behind. Whatever you want to do, build, fix, create, change, do it now. Not later, not eventually. Because the clock isn't here to help you feel safe. It's here to remind you that safety is an illusion, and that time runs out, whether you're ready or not. These truths hurt, but lies will ruin you. Every section, every line you've heard so far was meant to sting. It was meant to crack the shell of comfort you've been hiding inside. Yes, it hurts, but not nearly as much as staying blind. Not nearly as much as waking up years from now, realizing you lived a life based on lies. Lies about time, lies about effort, lies about what you're capable of. Truth is sharp, it cuts deep, but it also frees. Lies keep you numb while they steal everything. You might feel pain from hearing the truth today, but it's the pain that heals, the pain that builds. What ruins people isn't the truth, it's the denial that keeps them chained. These truths, they're heavy, but they're yours now, and they're your way out. If you're brave enough to carry them, you've waited, you've wavered, now work. You've waited, telling yourself you needed more time, more energy, a better moment. You've wavered, drifting between decisions, swerving from discipline. But that part of the story ends now. Now work. Not next week, not after the next excuse. Now, because all that waiting and wavering didn't get you closer. It got you stuck. And the only way out is through the hard hours, through the silent battles, through the grind. No one claps for it. You don't need more inspiration. You need movement. You need action. You need to get up and start proving that all the truth you've heard actually meant something. You've waited. You've wavered. Now work. You've stalled. You've lied to yourself. Now lead. You've stalled. Telling yourself you were being patient, careful. But really you were just scared. You've lied to yourself, saying you were prepared, when you were really avoiding. But now it's time to lead. Lead yourself. Lead your actions. Lead your actions. Lead your future. No more stalling. No more lying. You've heard enough. You've felt enough. You know what needs to happen. It's not about having all the answers. It's about being brave enough to move without them. You've waited long enough. You've hidden long enough. Now it's time to rise. To speak with action. To walk with fire. To lead. Not someday. Now life doesn't reward the comfortable. Only the warriors. This life doesn't hand out medals for showing up. It doesn't give gold stars for doing the minimum. It rewards the ones who fight, the ones who bleed for what they believe, the ones who don't flinch when it's hard. Comfort is a trap, and most people live and die inside it. The warriors, they step into the storm, they swing, they rise. Not because it's easy, because it's necessary. You want change? Fight for it. You want peace? Earn it in the fire. Life isn't a playground, it's a battlefield. And only the ones who keep swinging walk away with something real. You've heard the truth. Now show what you'll do with it. No more talking. No more circling the edge. You've heard the truth. Now it's in your hands. What you do next is everything. Will you walk back into comfort? Or will you move forward into change? Don't make this just another moment you felt something. Make it the moment you change something. You've heard the truth. Now show the world what it means to you. Face the truth. Now or be crushed by it. Greater truth doesn't disappear just because you ignore it. It waits. And the longer you avoid it, the heavier it gets. Until one day it doesn't knock, it crashes. And by then it's too late to stand. You either face the truth now, own it, carry it, fight with it, or it will find you later. And when it does, it won't be kind. This is your moment. Face it on